And so I really encourage you guys to also take a look at this list or any other list and see if there's anything that you want to cut back on due to financial reasons, due to environmental reasons, whatever it is, a mix of both. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you don't know me, I'm Jules, I'm 24 years old, and I make content surrounding personal finance, lifestyle, travel, and beauty related content. In this video, we're going to be talking about the 12 things I no longer buy in order to save money. So just for a little bit of context, I am 24 years old. I work a salary 9 to 5 in beauty marketing. I currently still live at home with my parents because one of my main goals is try to save and invest as much as I can while I'm young. Although in 2025 is when I will most likely be moving out and starting to rent, so I won't be able to save as much once that happens. These 12 things are items that I have decided that aren't a big priority for me and that I'd rather spend my money elsewhere, either spend it, save it, or invest it rather than spending money on these things that I don't feel like gives me that much value in comparison to how much these things cost. And so I really encourage you guys to also take a look at this list or any other list and see if there's anything that you want to cut back on due to financial reasons, due to environmental reasons, whatever it is, a mix of both, and focus on not spending money in these categories. So starting off, number one, it's kind of a broader category, but it's impulse purchases. I think I've spent a good couple grand just on impulsively spending, whether I'm like scrolling through TikTok and something comes up and I'm like, oh, let me get that right away. Seeing social media posts or videos or just seeing things that people recommend and just buying it automatically without like actually thinking about it has costed me so much money. And so I'm stopping impulse spending because I just find that I didn't really think it through, and I don't really get a lot of value out of like 75% of the things that I impulsively buy, and I don't need or have a different version of it. I am not doing any more impulsive purchases for 2025. Number two is getting my nails done, with the caveat that I will only get my nails done for like special occasions or if I'm going on vacation, things like that. But other than that, I'm not getting my nails done. And so I think probably I'd get my nails done at a salon like 3 times a year, but the rest of the year I will either do them myself or just not have any nails on. I find that nail salons are just so expensive nowadays, and they only last like 2 to 3 weeks and before you have to get a refill. I just think it's way too expensive now for how long they last you, when in the market now there's really good press-on nails, or you can like buy a kit one time for like $100 and do your nails at home. I think that is way better than going to the nail salon and getting your nails done routinely. For example, like right now I have these press-on nails. So like for example, right now I have these press-on nails. They're very like simple. These are from the brand Olive and June. Literally cost me $10 from Target. They last quite a while. I think a whole set, it comes with like around 40 nails, and if one falls off you can just like replace it. The initial set lasts about 2 weeks as long as you prep your nails well, and then after that 2 weeks, one nail here and there will start falling off, but then you can just use those extra nails and pop them back on. So that's one other thing I like about getting press-on nails rather than getting them done at a salon, is because you get them done at a salon and one nail chips or breaks or whatever, you have to wait until your next appointment to get them fixed. Whereas with press-on nails, you can just get it replaced right away and your nails will look good basically instantly once you put the nail back on. I've been doing this for the past few months. It's honestly saved me so much money, and these nail designs are really cute. These nails last, and so I find that I'd rather spend $10 instead of like $90 a month on my nails. Third thing I no longer buy that kind of goes along with this is getting my hair colored or highlighted. I probably go to the hair salon now twice a year, and that's just to get a haircut and to get my hair trimmed. I recently just went last month. But other than that, I don't go to the hair salon anymore. And that's because I find that hair salons are super expensive and you have to go routinely as well. A couple years ago, my hair was like bleach blonde, which is kind of crazy, but I had to go to the hair salon like every 2 months maybe to get my roots touched up, and it just really added a lot of money. Not only that, but it also just like fried my hair and messed it up. And I find that my natural hair suits me really well. It suits, I think, how I look. I think probably once I'm older and start getting gray hair, I'd probably want to put color on my hair then. But for now, I think, it looks good. It's the most healthy way, especially because I have curly hair, and putting bleach on your hair really damages the curls. And so not only is it low maintenance, but it's also the most healthy for my hair. Now, like I said, I'm sure when I'm older and I'm getting gray hair, I might want to go to the hair salon a little bit more routinely and put some color on my hair. But for now, when I'm young, I think I can skip the hair salon and, spend more money on that once I'm a little bit older. The fourth thing that I refuse to spend my money on now is new tech. For example, every year with the iPhones, they come up with a new iPhone. I really just don't think that the iPhone 16 is that much different from the 15 to where I need to buy it every year. And I think it's just a waste of not only money, but resources. Rebuying these things every year when your iPhone 14 works perfectly well. I will buy new tech once it breaks and it's no longer able to be fixed, or it's just not functional for everyday use. That is when I will go out and buy new tech. But I think at this point in my life, I have all the tech that I need. I don't need to buy anything else. I don't need to replace my phone or my computer or anything like that anytime soon. And so I'm going to wait until it breaks or it's not functional to use until I buy something else. Number 5 is beauty products. So this is kind of also with a caveat because, like I mentioned earlier, I do work in the beauty industry, and so I'm fortunate that I get a lot of things for free anyways. And so I used to spend, I want to say $800 a year or something like that on Ulta and Sephora buying new stuff. But ever since I started working in beauty, I get a lot of things for free. And my employer also gives me a quarterly credit for a company store where I can buy products up to a certain dollar amount. And so I really find that I don't buy makeup as much as I used to. So I will only really buy things out if I'm out of stock of it, or if it's something I really want to try that's new in the market, or it's a color that I need. For example, for blush, I just a few months ago over the summer, I bought a peach blush because I didn't have a peach blush. Most of my blushes were a baby pink kind of color, but that's the only peach blush I have. And so I don't need 5 peach blushes because at the end of the day, they're all a peach blush. So for the most part, I don't spend money anymore on beauty products. I use my quarterly credit for the most part to buy things that I need, such as hair care, skincare, makeup. But other than that, it is a rarity to spend something at Ulta or Sephora anymore. The only thing I can really think of off the top of my head that I consistently buy at Ulta or Sephora is my shampoo and conditioner, my hair care for the most part, because none of the brands that my company owns I like or is very specific to curly hair. So I like to buy my hair products at Sephora or Ulta because I use Pattern Beauty for the most part. So that's pretty much the only consistent brand that I will buy. But other than that, there's not really much that I ever buy consistently anymore. Sixth thing is having multiple subscriptions, especially subscriptions for things like movies or shows like Netflix, Hulu, HBO, things like that. One, am pretty busy, so I don't really have time anyways to watch that many shows or movies. And then 2, there's people around me that if I really wanted to, I could just borrow their login and use it. I had HBO for a couple months, but then I just canceled it. And my sister has HBO, so if anything, I can use hers. I use my parents' Netflix account. But other than that, there's really no other subscription services that I use. Honestly, those are probably the 2. And then anything else, let's say there's a new movie that came out that I really want to watch on Disney, for example, I'll subscribe for that 1 month to watch the movie and then take advantage of what other entertainment shows or movies they have during that month, but then I'll just cancel it so that way it's not a reoccurring expense. But I find that it hasn't, I don't need all of these different platforms to watch shows and movies, and I also use YouTube for the most part to watch a lot of videos. So, yeah. The 7th thing that I don't spend my money on is trending clothes. I find that in the past I would used to do this and then I'd wear it for a season or 2 and then I would just never rewear it again. And then also going along with this, trendy clothes is also uncomfortable clothes too, because there has been so many times where I bought something that maybe they didn't have in my correct size. So I size down and be oh, I'll just wear this, in a couple weeks when I've eaten a little better or whatever. And I just find that, I never wear it because it was not my right size and it was uncomfortable. Or like shoes, for example, I just got like the platform UGG shoes, but I hardly wear them because they're so hard to walk in. Like they get blisters on the back of your heels. I'm just not buying any trendy or uncomfortable clothes. I'm too grown at this age to buy things and clothing that I just am not going to wear because it's not comfortable, or I'm only going to wear it for a couple months and that's it. I do not spend money on buying clothes that I won't see myself actually wearing. Number 8 is lunches at work. I go into the office like once a week, but starting this month, it'll be like 3 times a week. And so I know that a lot of coworkers will buy lunch at work, and it adds up. It's expensive, and honestly, for the most part, the food isn't even that great. It's like $12 for a meal, and if you're doing that 3 times a week, that's already like $36 in a month. That's like $130, so I don't really feel the need to want to spend that much money on work food. So I just pack my lunch the night before and then I'll put it in the fridge, and then that way first thing in the morning I could just take it out of the fridge and bring it with me to work. And so I really feel that preparing the night before for the next day really has set me up for success on not spending money on lunches at work. Going along with this one, number 9 is food delivery apps. I was the biggest culprit of ordering DoorDash or Uber Eats to my house when I have a perfectly good car that I could, I don't know, just drive myself to the place and pick it up instead of spending like $10 after fees and tips on food. So yeah, I was definitely the biggest culprit of this, but luckily I've gotten a lot better about it. I'll order once or twice a month on food delivery apps just because I have like a credit through my credit cards. It's like a $10 credit that I get through Uber Eats. I'll use that, but for most of the time, I'll just pick it up instead of getting it delivered. That way I don't have to pay the delivery fees. The only time I really will get food delivered anymore to my house is if I'm sick and like no one's home to help, like to get something for me, or I'm like really busy throughout my day and there's no food at home to the point where it's like, okay, let me just order something at home and then I'll just continue to be working or doing whatever I'm doing. And then once the food arrives is when I'll take like a break and eat. But that's very rare. So for the most part, I just don't use food delivery apps anymore. 10 is bottled water. I take my hydro flask with me, I think everywhere. I think my hydro flask is basically my phone at this point, where it's like these two are connected to my hip. They're always on me. I never leave without either my phone or my hydro flask. And I think that one, not only is it good to keep water around with you because you don't want to go throughout the day being dehydrated or not having any water, but two, it's just sustainable. It's eco-friendly, not wasting money on buying water bottles at 7-Eleven and then only using them one time and just throwing it away. It's funny because I'm here in Europe right now visiting my sister, and so nobody carries water bottles or like hydro flasks around. In Europe, they just like grab a water whenever they need one. This is the one thing where it's like you will know instantly I'm an American because I have my hydro flask on me at all times, because I feel like it's a very like Gen Z or millennial thing to do in the US, but like nobody does that in Europe. I'm just like, guys, come on, like y'all need to drink water. And then two, it's eco-friendly. Like you're not, buying plastic all the time. So that's the one thing that I'm just like, I don't care. I'm bringing it everywhere. I don't care if I'm a tourist right away. It doesn't matter. I need my water bottle. Number 11, you Bath and Body Works girlies, I'm sorry, but it's the candles, it's all the scents. I just have way too much candles now to the point where it'll probably take me like 5 years to burn through them all. I'm not buying candles anymore. I have way too much. I've gotten gifted candles a lot too. I think I probably have over 10 candles that are not even burned or like not even halfway. And so I am not buying any candles anytime soon because I just have way too many and I need to go through them all before I start buying more. And also they're kind of bulky, and so there's like not really much room to put them anyways. So candles, I am not buying anymore for probably a very long time. Number 12, last one. This kind of goes with what I was speaking about earlier about trendy or uncomfortable clothing, but this is seasonal clothes. I will not purchase seasonal clothes because I will only use it once and never again. So for example, I'm here in Germany right now. We just went to Switzerland. I also made a vlog on that. So if you want to see the vlog, don't forget to click up here to watch that. But seasonal clothing, I do not purchase. So for example, when we went to Switzerland, I brought ski pants, but this was something that my mom or my sister already had. So, and they had multiple pairs. So I was like, just, can I borrow your ski pants? Because when do I ever wear ski pants? So I think these are things where it's like having community around you is important, and like, to be able to share things and not like just purchase something one time and never wear it again is helpful. I think it should be acceptable, in fact, to ask, your friend or your neighbor, your sister, whatever, borrow something for a short period of time and then give it back, especially if you know that you won't be using it in the future. I don't like skiing or snowboarding, so I know that I wouldn't ever buy ski pants. I would rarely ever need ski pants again. Seasonal clothes or just temporary things that you'll need, I think you should just be able to ask your circle around you for these things instead of buying them and never using them again. So those were the 12 things that I refuse to spend money on. Let me know if some of these things were on your list or if there's anything else that I should add to this list that I shouldn't buy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like. And if you want to see more content from me, don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.